hypercars. When you imagine one, you think of a big, insanely powered V12 monster which goes like a missile but handles like a boat. This was the case in the 70s with cars such as the Lamborghini Countach. They're notorious to be very impractical, with cars like the Countach which you actually have to lean out of the door to park it due to its insanely bad visibility. But now, times have changed, and for the better, with cars such as the McLaren P1 and Ferrari LaFerrari topping the charts. To show you just how far the hypercar race has come in such a short time, I've lined up a series of tests in which I'll be using two of the hottest hypes on the planet, the beautiful and sleek Pagani Huayra and the demonic Lamborghini Veneno. Welcome to Forza Face Off. The one thing that any hypercar needs to do is make heads turn. Both of these cars do incredibly well at this, but for completely different reasons. Starting with the Huayra, at the front it has that instantly recognisable Pagani styled face with the manufacturer emblem on the bonnet, just like the Zonda had. There is also the amazing active aero flaps to increase downforce and keep you stuck to the road, through the corners and when you're hooning it along a straight at your favourite racetrack. Not to mention the side mirrors which have been delicately crafted to look like raindrops. I love how Pagani makes an everyday item into an art form. At the side we have the awesome gull wing doors and one of the best set of rims ever fitted to any car in my opinion. Just like the mirrors, the roof has been designed to simulate a raindrop and it looks very sexy in result. Round the back we have two more aero flaps and Pagani's signature quad exhaust system. I've saved the best to last though. Step inside and you're treated to the absolute best of Italian quality, flair and style. This is honestly one of the best interiors of all time. You can see the transparent gear shifter, the little switches on the dashboard, which to me looks like silver magnetic beads. The carbon fibre glove box with leather straps, and a Huayra shaped key to start it. It's a genuinely epic interior, but there's one thing that no car reviewer has mentioned yet. The thing in between the seats. Is it a door handle, a door opener, or a seat lever? But overall, the Huayra is a drop dead gorgeous piece of soul and passion. I love it so much I've actually given it a nickname, the Ice White Angel. Moving on from an angel to a venom filled demon straight from the gates of hell. The Lamborghini Veneno is one of those cars which people shy away from whenever they see it coming. They probably think Predator is going to jump out of it, but seriously, this thing is the definition of pure blood-coated evil. From the fierce front end with headlights which are meant to resemble a snake's eye, not to mention the bumper which looks like two razor-sharp poison-filled fangs ready to sink into the skin of any rival that dares challenge it. At the back, there's a gigantic spoiler which just oozes menace, but the most evil part about the Veneno is the rear end itself. The back window, if you can call it that, looks like it has scales, and them four exhausts ready to spit fire at anyone who attempts to take the lead. Along the side, we get reminded that Lamborghini celebrated their 50th anniversary just recently, with the Italian stripes running down the creases of the car. And of course, the legendary scissor doors make an appearance. The interior is equally as insane as the exterior. The display, for example, glows bright yellow with the red limiter front and centre for the best gear change possible. The red striping spreads through the cockpit like blood passing through veins. And finally, we get another hint at the Italian heritage with the Italian colours on the centre switches. This car, it's what Lambo do best, pantomime. It gives you a feeling of pure joy and laughter, but at the same time you have to respect it, because believe me, this bitch can bite. Two completely different sounds there. The Huayra has a more cleaner, turbo-like noise to it, whereas the Veneno is all about grunt and roaring at the top of its dark soul. Personally, I can't pick which sounds the best. I love the noise that both make. I guess it's up to you guys in the comments. Now, as you can see, I brought the Duo to Le Mans for a top speed run, because that's kind of what you do when you have two mentally fast V12 hypercars. The Huayra's up first with the Lambo straight after, so enjoy the symphony, guys. So the Lambo topped out at just 208 miles per hour. The 7th gear must have a really low ratio to make it like that. It's more of a cruising gear, I think. But the victor by a plain country mile is the Pagani Huayra, coming in at 230 miles per hour. Now, as you can see, we've crossed the pond over to California because we're at Mazda Laguna Seca for a handling test. So I'll join you in the Veneno first. Love the sound of that V12. But anyway guys, we're on Mazda Laguna Seca as I mentioned, and we're going to take this thing for a lap around the circuit to see how it handles. Now, I was giving it big praise when I done the review video of it, of its 4-wheel drive system and the amount of grip that it's got. Now I'm still sticking by that because it's got an amazing layout for 4-wheel drive, and as I said, the grip's astonishing. Really is. Now, this thing, it just tugs you into corners and out of them. It's like it's literally got claws. Let's just say that. It really does. Now, coming out of here, the acceleration isn't that great for like getting out of the corners, but on a straight line, it's okay. Let's just say it's not bloody lightning fast, but it's perfect. Let's just say it's the perfect amount of speed for like circuit racing. Right amount of feel for the steering wheel as well, and that's the thing with this car, you know exactly what the front wheels are doing, you know exactly what all the wheels are, and that is awesome. Really is awesome. You do sometimes get the back kicking out a tiny bit under braking, which is kind of scary, but if you can control it, it's okay. It is a big friendly giant, no, really is. Nice exit from the corkscrew there. Now, since it has a 4-wheel drive system, it does have a bit of understeer, let's just say that, because if you get into a corner quite fast, like now, look at the steering wheel, proper. Let's see if we actually get understeer in this one. I don't want understeer because it's bad. Yep, there we go, understeer, off the track a wee bit there guys. But anyway, we're going to jump over to the Huayra and see how it compares for handling. So it's got quite a lot to live up to. So as I said, it's still a hell of a good handling car. I really do like it. Pagani Huayra, what a wonderful thing it is. Absolute beauty, blooming. It's just heaven. It really is heaven, on track and to look at. And plus, you can get the back to slide out anytime at all. You can get it to slide out, because since the car is so light and it has so much power, it is insane how much this thing is for like tail happiness wise. But the good thing is it's really super easy to control thanks to the active aerodynamics and stuff like that. Oh my god, these brakes are amazing. Put in the third, get it sliding. That's all this thing really loves to do, is drift. When you turn the traction control off, turn everything off, it's a drift monster. It really is. Now, it shouldn't be, because a mid-engine rear car are quite notorious for spinning when you're drifting. The Lamborghini Murcielago was really notorious for that, because obviously 4-wheel drive system, but you could get that thing sideways a bit, but then it would just cut the power. So, but with this mid-engine rear-wheel drive, oh yeah baby, it is so good. Oh my god, I'm in love with this thing guys. Really am. Oh, there we go, that's what I was meaning. It sometimes like to sneak up on you a tiny bit. Oh man, I could drive this all day. I could drive this all day guys. I really recommend going on to Forza 5 and driving it. It's really good, because the improvements from even Forza Horizon and Forza 4 to Forza 5 for the Huayra is unbelievable. So cannot wait I cannot wait to take this thing out in the open roads of Italy and France and Horizon 2, because it's going to be freaking mega. So both cars handle extremely well, and that's a good thing, because it's now time for the final challenge, a timed lap around the famous Nürburgring GP circuit. So sit back and prepare to be astonished. Okay, now it's time for the results, guys, and I think there is one clear winner here. The Pagani Huayra managed a lap time of 2 minutes 12.902, but the victor is the Lamborghini Veneno with 2 minutes 11.132, over a second faster. That is absolute. So the reason why I think the Lambo took the trophy was because of its amazing 4-wheel drive setup. The amount of grip that thing gives you, it's like a tiger tugging you into the corners and pushing you back out with a hell of a force. That's not to say that the Pagani Huayra didn't put in a blistering lap time. 2 minutes 11 around the Nürburgring GP track is a hell of an achievement, so it should be very, very proud of that. The only criticism I've got is that it is very, very tail happy under power. Now this is normally okay for when you're having fun just blasting around a track, but when it's a hot lap, when the time matters, you need to be in control. So to wrap up, the Veneno is an absolute maniac when it comes to setting a blistering lap time around a track. The noise is epic, and there is almost nothing out there that even comes close to making you quake with fear whenever you see it or even hear its name. The only problem I have with it is its 7th gear. It just feels useless and decreases the speed of the car when you're really beefing it down a straight. But that is a very small flaw with this thing, because overall it is a big, aggressive, deadly reptile, but if you treat it right, it will keep you safe from any threats you may come across. The Huayra, on the other hand, has no flaws at all in my book. I love it. I adore it. It's that petrolhead feeling that is extremely hard to explain to non-car folk. It has a character, it has a soul. You start to think of it as a person, you start to bond with it, you begin a relationship. The Veneno is a fantastic car, but the Huayra, it's truly great.